Next week on Coronation Street, Tyrone Dobbs faces a terrifying ordeal when he topples out of his wheelchair. The mishap happens after Cassie Plummer leaves her son alone at home to enjoy a boozy afternoon with Steve McDonald. Tyrone's wife, Fizz, is also absent. How will everyone react when the truth comes out? Poor Tyrone. He's stuck on the floor calling out for help, but no one can hear him, a Corey insider reveals. Cassie is off having fun with Steve just a few doors down, and Fizz is miles away in town. Both of them should be looking after him. At the start of the week, Cassie is in full attentive mum mode, helping Tyrone with his physiotherapy exercises. But when a text from Steve pops up on her phone, she decides that the fun at number one is far more appealing. In a rush, she abandons Tyrone to enjoy herself. Meanwhile, at the Barlows, Tracy is furious when she returns to discover that Steve and Cassie have polished off Ken's treasured bottle of vintage wine from his first wedding to Deirdre. As Tracy unleashes her anger on the pair, Fizz chooses to take a detour on her way home to Tyrone. Instead of returning straight away, she asks Tim to drive her into town. While Cassie and Fizz enjoy their freedom, Tyrone is left in danger. After falling from his wheelchair, his spinal injury prevents him from moving, leaving him stranded on the floor until Cassie comes back and finds him in agony. Cassie is consumed with guilt over leaving her son, the insider adds. Things get even worse when Fizz discovers what's happened. She's furious at Cassie's reckless actions, but also wrestling with her own remorse for not being there for Tyrone. Still unable to forgive Cassie's thoughtlessness, Fizz keeps her mother-in-law on the receiving end of her silent treatment. But the situation flips when Cassie learns from Sally Metcalf that Carla Connor had actually given Fizz the week off work to care for Tyrone. Suddenly, Cassie realizes Fizz's excuse about a factory errand was false, and she herself had left Tyrone unattended. But will Fizz admit the truth about her own absence? Coronation Street fans spot worrying Lisa Swain future clue in 2.0 observation. Fans of the ITV soap have been buzzing online after actress Vicky Myers seemingly dropped a huge hint about upcoming storylines. Viewers have been quick to dissect every comment and social media post from the star, eager for clues about what's next for their favorite characters. Coronation Street fans in particular are growing increasingly concerned about Lisa Swain's future, after spotting a potential clue suggesting she could be facing a situation reminiscent of one she endured earlier this year. Theories are swirling across forums, fan groups, and social media as viewers try to predict how the Detective Sergeant's storyline might unfold. Myers, who made her debut as the Detective Sergeant back in 2021, appeared to tease her involvement in the highly anticipated Corey and Emmerdale crossover, a collaboration that has had fans speculating since it was first announced. Rumors of Lisa playing a central role have only intensified after her recent comments at the 2025 Inside Soap Awards, where she revealed she would be on the train back to Leeds tomorrow, hinting at a potential crossover with the Yorkshire-based soap. Last week, both shows officially confirmed that filming for the special episode is underway, marking the first-ever collaboration between the two long-running fan favorites. The one-off episode, set to be called Corrydale, will bring the residents of Weatherfield together with their neighbors from Emmerdale in an action-packed hour of drama. The crossover is expected to include tense storylines, unexpected alliances, and plenty of suspense, promising fans a memorable event. The crossover also coincides with the launch of ITV's new Soap Power Hour, which will see both soaps air back-to-back every weekday, Emmerdale at 8 p.m., followed by Coronation Street at 8:30 p.m. This new scheduling strategy has excited viewers who can now enjoy a continuous hour of their favorite soap stories and is expected to drive even more anticipation for the crossover event. Although the plot details remain tightly under wraps, fans are speculating that Lisa could be at the center of a major investigation, possibly involving some of the tense situations her character has faced in the past. The excitement has been further fueled by a recent social media post from the team behind Corey's previous Armed Siege storyline, which involved Lisa, Carla Connor, and her late brother Rob Donovan. The post has reignited interest in the character, leaving fans eager to see how her storyline might connect with the crossover plot. As filming continues, viewers are keeping a close eye on every hint dropped by the cast, convinced that Lisa's role could prove pivotal. With the combination of two iconic soaps, high-stakes drama, and a Power Hour scheduling shakeup, fans are predicting that Corrydale could be one of the most talked-about soap episodes of the year. Coronation Street spoiler, Todd accuses Theo of cheating and kicks him out. But is it really the end? Nursing a pounding hangover, Todd trudges home, dreading the confrontation that awaits with Theo. The weight of guilt sits heavy on him as he rehearses his apology, hoping it will smooth over the previous night he spent at Billy's. He insists that nothing inappropriate happened, yet before he can finish, Pete emerges from the bathroom, catching him completely off guard. Todd freezes, shock written across his face. Could Theo have been unfaithful while he was away? The thought gnaws at him. Theo shows no sign of remorse, his anger boiling over as he accuses Todd of sneaking around behind his back for days. Todd struggles to get a word in, trying to explain his recent health scare, but Theo twists the story, attempting to shift all blame onto him. Frustration and hurt finally take their toll. Todd snaps, his voice rising, and he firmly tells Theo to pack his bags, putting an end to the argument for now. Meanwhile, at the Rovers, Glenda is in her element, hosting a lively Mr. and Mrs. contest. The pub buzzes with laughter and chatter as contestants compete, but the atmosphere is about to be disrupted. Theo walks in, insisting he needs a word with Todd. Todd, still seething from earlier, refuses to engage. As Theo sinks into a chair, Todd's eyes land on Glenda's clipboard. A mischievous idea sparks in his mind, and he quickly seizes it, plotting his next move. Elsewhere, Betsy convinces Becky to model some of her designs for her college project. Becky tentatively starts to strut around the lounge, but her confidence grows with every step. Lisa can't help but smile, entertained by Becky's poise. When Lisa joins in, the energy lifts, and Betsy, thoroughly amused, records the spectacle on her phone before uploading it to her social media. Panic sets in for Becky when she realizes her face is on display. She warns that someone might recognize her, sending her into a flurry of anxiety. In another corner of Weatherfield, Abby returns from a disappointing call with a rival garage. She tells Roy that she didn't get the job, her shoulders slumping with frustration. Unable to contain her anger, Abby storms into number 13 and confronts Kevin, accusing him of deliberately sabotaging her chances. Tensions flare, voices rise, and what was a bad day turns into a full-blown confrontation. At the salon, Audrey offers Bethany some manicure shifts, giving her a much-needed chance to step into work and regain some control over her day. But the calm is shattered when Shona receives a call from David, who is trapped in a lift and unable to make his scan. Panic grips her, but Bethany quickly devises a solution, thinking on her feet to help David out of his predicament. Finally, Cassie is left feeling hurt and abandoned as Fizz continues to give her the cold shoulder. Her emotions deepen when she learns from Sally that Carla had actually given Fizz the week off to care for Tyrone. The revelation hits Cassie hard. She realizes Fizz had lied about needing to run a factory errand, and the betrayal leaves her questioning the trust and honesty between them. As the day unfolds across Weatherfield, tension, drama, and unexpected twists continue to ripple through the lives of its residents, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats.